Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I thought I would do a foundation review and wear test. This is the Makeup Forever Reboot foundation. I've been watching a lot of Brianna Fox's videos, and in some past videos she seems to really love this. She actually even used it in her bridal makeup tutorial that she did, and she said that it would be perfect for brides. So to me that means it's a perfect foundation. So if you're interested in this, or if you just want to see a new foundation, let's just keep watching. Alright, so I already primed my skin. I just used my normal moisturizer as well as my normal sunscreen. Those seem to work perfectly fine under all my other foundations, so I don't want to change anything up, but I also want to give this a good chance, so I'm going to use all my regular products that I know I love and they work. I am going to be doing half my face with my beauty blender, half my face with my brush. I know some people like to do one or the other. I kind of go back and forth between both depending on the foundation, so I just want to see whatever I would love best. Alright, I got the shade R208. I believe this comes in a bunch of shades. I'll put how many shades it comes up on the screen, as well as the price. So let's see how well I did. I did order this offline, so I'm not sure if the color matches it. That looks about right, actually. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of pat a little. Oh wow, okay, it's a kind of a liquidy formula. It's definitely a little thinner, not in a bad way or anything, just noting. I'm gonna start with my beauty blender. I believe this claims to be a good medium coverage foundation, which is what I prefer. I don't like anything too full coverage. Oh wow, blends out super easy. But yeah, I don't like anything too full coverage on my skin personally. So I think medium usually works well. Wow, do you guys see that? Really like it. Looks like skin. Like it's covering a little bit. Like, let me see right here. Yeah, I had a little bit of discoloration happening right there. I do have a breakout, of course, as well. But it's like covering what like I want it to cover, but leaving everything else. Take it on my ear and down my neck a little. Color's like pretty spot on. I don't think I would purchase a different color if I were to see it in person. And I do like how the beauty blender is blending it out as well. I would definitely describe this as a radiant, dewy finish. It doesn't look greasy. I don't think if you were oily, it would make you look like overly greasy. But if you don't like a radiant, dewy finish, then I don't think you would like this. So far, I really like it. I think I'm going to leave the coverage there and then go on to the other side, and then we'll see how we're looking on both sides. So I only did use about one pump. I kind of did it a couple times. It's the first time I'm pumping it out, but seems like 1 to 2 is perfect amount for half the face. Beauty blenders also suck up a little bit more, so that's something to keep in mind. So I'm just going to kind of stipple this on, and then I'm going to buff it out after. Okay, I think right away I'm liking the beauty blender side a little bit better, just because, by the way, this is my normal foundation brush. It's the Morphe M439, and usually I do really like it, but I think I like this one better with a little bit more of a creamy, thicker formula, because it is leaving like, I don't know if you guys can see, I feel like it's leaving like little marks where I tap the brush, like the brush hairs are just leaving little bitty streaks, which from back here, like you totally couldn't tell, but I can tell, and it's kind of bothering me. Okay, so I think I definitely liked the beauty blender best. That would be my recommended way to use it. So I'm going to go back in with the rest that's on my hand and kind of just blend out the rest of this situation. And I'm going to add teeny bit more just around the nose area. It's about to be that time of the month, so I am a little red, as well as these little guys hanging out down on by my chin. Yeah, I would say pretty perfect color match. I'm pretty impressed with myself, if I do say so myself. But yeah, this is gorgeous, I think. I am interested to see how it's gonna wear. Usually, more radiant finish products, they do have a little bit less of a lasting time, just in my experience, as well as like cream products. I usually don't set my face, so that's to be expected. It's kind of the consequence of that. I like looking dewy, so I don't mind if my makeup wears off a little quicker, but I do just want to see how long this is holding up. I think me and my boyfriend are going for a hike later, so we'll even get to see if it passes like the sweat test. So I am interested. Let me go finish the rest of my makeup and I'll come back once everything is, perfect and we're looking a little more normal, unless this. And I will tell you what I did just so you know if I altered anything or anything like that. Alright, be right back. Alright guys, so I finished the rest of my makeup. I threw my hair up just so you can see me a little bit better. I've got to say I'm really enjoying this foundation. I did only set a little bit right here, like in between the nose and cheek area, a little bit on the smile lines and between the eyebrows, but that's how I usually set my makeup. I like to keep everything very natural. I did apply only cream products on top of it. I have the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Filter, whatever it's called, the Glow Beautiful thing. A Tower 28 blush, a cream blush, and then my Fenty cream bronzer. Everything blended super well on top of it, as well as my concealer. I used all my normal products, so nothing is different. And so far, I think it looks really flawless. I do have a nice little shine going everywhere, which I do like. It's not too like oily though. Like looking in the mirror behind me, and then I have a mirror right here. And I don't think I look oily at all. I think I just look very radiant, which I think is the goal from this foundation. Nothing's breaking apart. Everything's really good. Here's like my little breakout areas that I was having. I think it covered really well. It's been about, I'd say 30 minutes. I did have to stop and then finish the rest of my makeup. But I will keep you guys updated probably in about an hour or two. I'm not doing much today, but I will try to remember to do a couple things so I can just update you on the wear time, and then we will just keep going throughout the day. But so far so good. I am in love with this foundation. Alright, so I'll see you guys soon. Alright, so I just went into Target and I wanted to show you guys. It's been like 2 hours since my last check-in, and I feel like the foundation's holding up pretty well. I did just have a mask on, so if anything I feel like maybe it just wore off a little here. Also, I'm on my phone. I don't have my microphone on or anything, so that's why. But yeah, I feel like maybe right here my skin looks a little less like even, but I feel like the foundation's pretty good. It's still looking pretty radiant. I'm not seeing any breaking up around my mouth or chin area, which is where I get like the most oily or breakouts, and usually it'll clump up or break up. So far I feel like I really like it. I keep looking at myself in the mirror and I think it looks really good. So yeah, I will see you guys a little bit later, closer to the end of the night, and we'll see how it looks. Alright, so we just finished a little hike, nothing crazy, and I wanted to show you guys. Again, no mic if the sound sucks. I'm sorry, there's planes and everything. But I think it still looks pretty good. Obviously, I'm sweating a little bit, but also I'm out of breath, sorry. I think we're still looking good. These radiant foundations, they tend to wear a little bit better. Maybe not as long term, but I feel like they wear off better. They don't get all patchy and like gross. So I think it's just fading off pretty naturally, and I'm pretty happy with it. So I'll see you guys later tonight. Alright, you guys, so I am back for the final check-in. I am tired, it's kind of late, and I have had this foundation on since about 12. It's almost 11 right now, so I'd say a pretty good wear test. At least, the amount of time you would go to work or something like that. And I'm pretty impressed. I have like my mirror right here and right here, so I'm just checking myself out a little. I definitely don't think it like looks as great as it did when I first put it on. But I have eaten. I had a couple snacks as well as my dinner, had some red wine, and that stuff is, obviously around here it's worn off a little, and then I think around here from the mask and me working out earlier. Other than that, I don't think it looks like hideous. Around like my dry areas right here, which is like usually just between the brows and here, it does kind of look like it did settle a little bit, but that's something I'm just noticing right now. Definitely didn't look like that earlier in the day. I would say this definitely is not the worst foundation like wear off that I've ever seen. I think usually like matter or thicker foundations tend to wear off a little bit nastier once they do get to that point where they wear off. But I wouldn't be embarrassed to go out like this, and I'm not embarrassed to show you guys right now. So overall, I think it's good. It kept its glow. It definitely kind of settled down, I would say, like the radiance level settled down after first application. So I think that's good for a lot of people. I feel like more people will like it because, we don't all have the same preferences. But overall, I mean, even around my nose, I feel like it still looks fine. It's not super cakey right here. And I think it is one of those foundations that just wears off pretty. Like, more of your skin is going to start showing the more and more time you wear it. But it's not going to be like, oh, here's like a big blotch of foundation, here's a big blotch of your skin. It's like naturally fading off, which I really enjoy. So, I mean, I think my final thoughts are that I really liked this foundation. Sorry, my chair's moving. Yeah, I think my final thoughts are that I really enjoyed the foundation. I think this is actually the first foundation from Makeup Forever that I have actually purchased. I had a sample of their HD way back when, and I remember not loving it. But I know that's a fan favorite for lots, but I'm thinking it looks pretty good. I still think, I look pretty nice, and I definitely would say it's about a medium coverage. Definitely more on the dewy side, but more natural dewy. It's not very, super shiny, super like luminous, you look wet. And there's some foundations like that, and I quite enjoy it. But I would say this is a natural, dewy, pretty foundation, honestly. It wears pretty well. I would recommend you wearing it. I wouldn't think you'd have to be worried about touching up all the time. Obviously, if you are a little bit oily, then you might have to touch up a bit, but I still think it does fade off pretty naturally. Even when I was sweating earlier, I didn't notice any clumping or caking. I do have pretty dry skin, so for me, this kind of liquidy, lightweight texture is perfect, but I do think a lot of people would like it just because it seems like a right in between, not too light coverage, not too full, medium coverage, medium on the dew. I think it's really good, and that's really all I have to say about it. So thanks for coming along with me today, and I hope you guys enjoyed the check-ins as well as my first impressions. If you haven't already, make sure you like and subscribe down below, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!